Hi everyone, I'm Amy with Book Community, and today I'm doing the Black Dagger Brotherhood book tag. So I actually have decided on a name, but I'm going to wait till the end of the month or beginning of next month to release the name, because what I'm going to do is at the end of this month I'm doing a huge book haul, and one of the books I'm going to picking up is Dangerous Books for Girls. It's The Bad Reputation of Romance Novels Explained, and I am super excited to read this. So what I want to do for the romance review, I guess, is I want to talk about, the romance review statistics and, the appearance of romance books, and I just want to get all of that out there because I think that would be very interesting, because I'm always interested in the statistics of romance novels, because funnily enough they actually sell more than any other genre. But I would like to do that, so I'm waiting till the end of the month till I purchase this book, read it, then talk about it. The book's only like 150 pages, so I think I can finish that fairly quickly. So this book tag is actually a two-part video. The first part I'm doing today, and the second part I'm doing soon, I guess. The first part is the brothers of the Black Dagger Brotherhood. The second part will be the Shellings. I don't know how to say it, so I'll just put the word right here. So this is the first part. I'll do the second part later. Let's get started. So if you don't know what the Black Dagger Brotherhood is, it is a book series written by J.R. Ward. This is the first novel, and I think it's up to 18 novels. I'll put a number right here. She just released The Chosen, no, it's 16. I think it's 16. She just released a new book, so I thought this would be appropriate. I don't have the new book, and I'm so behind, but I thought this would be fun. So each book focuses on one male character in the Brotherhood, or kind of adjacent to the Brotherhood. But I thought it was very interesting is J.R. Ward has a lot of types of characters in her books that I've actually noticed throughout other series as well. So like the leader of the team, the twin, stuff like that. So I thought, how fun would it be if we take one main character's put their type of character and find another character, basically the standard book tag. So that's how I got to this, and I've been wanting to do this book tag forever, since last year for sure. So let's get started. So the first question is Wrath. Now this is the leader of a team. Wrath was in that first book that I just showed you, and for this I'm picking Noah McCall from Return to Me by Christy Reese. Noah McCall is the best leader. I'm trying to think if he's better than Wrath. No, he's not. But he's second in command to Wrath. But he is the leader of the Last Chance Rescue. He goes out and rescues people. Well, his team, and he does, I guess, goes out and rescues people and then gets them out of usually like terrorist, human trafficking situations usually. But this is a great series. If you haven't read it, I think this is actually the second book in this series. Yes, it's the second book. But Noah McCall, I love Noah McCall. He's awesome. But he is the awesome best leader, so he is the pick for this one. So the next character is Rhage. He is actually my favorite character written of all time. So I loved this one most importantly. And this is okay, so if you don't know, he turns into a dragon. I don't know if they mentioned the first book, but I know it's not like a secret. He turns into a dragon. So for this one I have the Beast with the Big Heart. And for this one I picked Aster by The Vixen and the Vixen and the Vet by Katy Regnery. This one's actually signed. I met her. She's awesome and writes great series. But he was in the war or in battle, and he had a bomb go up next to him, and he's kind of disfigured. So that's kind of how I got the Beast. But he has one of the biggest hearts, and he falls harder than anybody, and it's just awesome. Actually, just a fun fact, if you haven't picked up this series, all of her series are Beauty and the Beast related. So this one is not Beauty and the Beast. All of her series are fantasy related, so this one is Beauty and the Beast. The next one is Hansel and Gretel. She just released one, I think, that had a mermaid in it, or the Little Mermaid, and and the Knights of the Round Table is one of them. So if you haven't picked up this series, pick up this one first, because it was uber awesome. And I finished this like in a day, and I'm really sad I finished it because I can't never read it for the first time again. And the next one is Zsadist, and this is a character with the bad background. Now, a lot of people's, this is their favorite character, but I still gotta give to Rhage with this one. So for this one, I picked Acheron from Acheron, I don't have the book with me on right now, by Sherilyn Kenyon. He has a terrible background, and if you actually pick up the book, 75% of the book, which I think the book is about 400 pages, 75% of that book is his background, and it just I couldn't listen to it. It was so sad and so depressing. I had to listen to it on audio because I had to figure out what happened to him. But it was so sad I couldn't listen to it. So he has one of the worst backgrounds of all time that I've ever read, ever. It's just so sad and sad, just sad. So he is definitely my pick for the worst background. So the next one is Butch, or the Destroyer, and this is a character. He is thrust into the world. He used to be a cop, now he's a vampire person. He was thrust into the world after knowing nothing. So for this one, I picked Simon from the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. He knew nothing about the world, and all of a sudden he was in the world, and he became something. I'm not gonna spoil that. That one actually is a spoiler. He became something. So he is the perfect character for someone who is thrust into the world and just has to figure it out. So the next question is Vishous, and this is a character that's into BDSM. And for this one, I gotta give it to Alexander. I think I'm saying that wrong. I'll put his name right here, how it's actually spelled. But this is in The Professional by Kresley Cole. She writes 3 main series: erotica, paranormal romance, and teen series. Very different. All of them are very, very. Oh, and historical. She did write historical. I take that back. But anyway. This is from her erotica series, and this is very difficult to talk about because, anyway, read the book, you'll understand, moving on. So the next question is Phury, and this is a virgin or twin, and for this one I gotta give it to Qhuinn with Deep Redemption by Tilly Cole. And if you read, he actually fits both of these perfectly. I read this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Now, to be fair, I wrote this question a long time ago, but I couldn't think of a character name for this, so this is actually perfect because I just finished this book. I'll put a Goodreads link below of what my review on it, because I left a very big review because I had a lot to say. But Qhuinn fits perfect into this. It's so beautiful. I didn't think I'd find one I thought I'd find one. I thought I'd find the Virgin because I've read a couple of novels where that's true. But that was difficult to remember. But this one is just a match made in heaven because it's so funny. Anyway, so yeah, he's my choice for Phury. The next one is Rehvenge, and this is a pimp or a very stylish person. And this one I gotta give it to Preppy from the King series by T.M. Frazier. He is very stylish. He always wears the bow tie. I think at all of his covers he has a bow tie on. This is a 3-book character series. This is the same issue I had last time. So it's a 3-part series. She's only really, in my mind, she's only written 3 books, but each book has a 2-part, or Preppy has a 3-part book. So it's really hard to describe it, but Preppy always wears a bow tie in all of his covers and in his books, so that actually works, and he is very stylish, and I can see him kind of being a pimp. He wasn't in the book, but I can kind of see that. And the next question is Tor or Thorment, and this is a character that is second in command, and I gotta give it to Kai from The Heart Recaptured. Yes. Oh my god, I love Kai. He's so adorable. And I don't know why, but he's kind of like the Rhage in a lot of ways. I think that's why I like him so much. But I'm yes, he's a great second in command, so I love him. He's so cute. I know he has like no stereotypically cute qualities, but he is, so. So the next question is John Matthew. He doesn't have a super awesome name, but John Matthew nevertheless. And he is a character that has no parents. And for this one, now, okay, Okay, so I haven't read this book. This is the third book in her, gosh, what is it called? Oh gosh, I'll put the name down here. Anyway, this is the third book, so if he finds out who his parents are, don't spoil it for me, because I'm still haven't read it yet. So in the first book and the second half, or the second book, I'm halfway through, we don't know who his parents are, so I'm gonna count this for this tag. If that changes, please don't tell me. I really don't want to find out myself. But I'm doing it for this, and the first book is A Darker Shade of Magic, and this is by V.E. Schwab, and this is an amazing series. So yes, he does not know who his parents are. He has adopted parents, so I've done this a lot, I noticed. He has adopted parents, so I'm not really considering that because he doesn't know who his actual parents are, so yes, works for me. The next one is Qhuinn, and this is rejected by their family, and I gotta go, I could not find a guy. I could not find a male that was rejected by their family. I don't have, anyway. So I picked Nicole Martin, and this is Bound by Night, and this is by Larissa Ione. I'm just gonna leave it at that because it actually is a spoiler if you haven't read it yet. So, yes, that's who I pick. No spoiler. I don't think. There probably was a spoiler in that, but anyway, moving on. And the next one is Blaylock, and this is actually a supportive family. And so I gotta give it to Rhage from also A Darker Shade of Magic. This is not that book, but this is that series. So, and it's by V.E. Schwab, and he has a awesome supportive family that, well, they're king and queen, so, and he pretty much does what he wants, but it's an interesting family dynamics. So yes, but I'm going with the Rhage and this is in Darker Shade of Magic. This is the third book though in the series, but it was right behind me, so I'm going with that one. So that's all I have today. Have you read any of these books? Would your answers change for any of these questions? Make sure to comment below. I love reading comments. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next week on another Book to Me Amy video. And as always, go find your inner reader. See ya!